So children, we start the story class today with Om. Can we chant Om 3 times? Om. 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 So, did you celebrate Diwali? Yes, children, tell me, how did you celebrate? Oh, enjoyed a lot, is it? Good, good, very nice. But there were less of crackers, right? And meeting of friends and relatives. That's okay. This will also pass. So now we have a story for you by the name of The King of Frog and the Snake. Okay? So once there was a king named Ganga Datta, and he was the king of frogs, lived in a well with his relatives. So this is the picture showing the frogs and the king who were all staying in a well. Okay? Can you see the picture? All the frogs here. They're all staying in the well. And the one with the crown is the relative, is the king. And his name is Ganga Datta. Okay? So now Ganga Datta, the frog. So this is a frog. Huh? You know what's a frog, no? Frogs come out in rainy season when water gets into their hole, and then they come out and they pop around on the ground, right? Those are the frogs. So now the king Ganga Datta, he found it very difficult to get along with his relatives because they did not treat him kindly, and he was very upset about it. He was very upset about it. He said they stay with me, but yet they do not respect me. So I must teach them a lesson. So now the king, he decided to teach his relatives a lesson. So he went to his wife now. So anything you want to make a decision about something, so then you go to somebody, isn't it, for advice, to your parents, that how should I do this, how should I do that. So a husband goes to his wife to ask that what should I do? I mean, I'm really troubled by these relatives. They do not respect me and they treat me very badly, and I want to get rid of them. So now the wife said, like, see, you, Ganga, she said that you should be careful, है ना? Because don't just leap to decisions so hastily, है ना? Just think about it and think that what you want, how you want to tackle this situation, getting rid of the relatives or teaching them a lesson so that they respect him. So now, okay, Ganga Datta, he heard about this, but he did not wait to ponder over this thing that what his wife said, and he went out, and then he said, maybe I will get some help out of the well. He leapt out of the well and he came out, and then he thought he will get some help there. He'll look out. So he went there, and just when he stepped out of the well, what did he see? Well, he saw a snake was going into the hole, into its hole. Snakes live in holes, na? So the snake was going into the hole. Huh? So this is a snake. I hope you all know what's a snake. Oh my God. Can you see the snake here? So now this is a frog. And the frog saw a snake going inside the hole. Inside its hole. Huh? So he just asked him. He said, I am a frog king. I want to become your friend. Huh? And then I agree that we are not friends, but I need your help to eat my enemies. So the snake said, but I am not your friend. Huh? How do I do that? Because we are not friends, isn't it? So now suddenly who are your enemies? Suddenly then it stuck to the snake. Maybe it's good for me. I will be getting food for some days. Hana. So he just popped out of the hole. And then he said, okay, who are your enemies? And even if I come with you, where will I stay in the well? So now the frog said, okay, I will do all the arrangements and you just come with me, and people I show you, the frogs I show you who are my relatives, you should kill only them, not my family members. Huh? So this way he took the snake to the well. Now this is a picture depicting the snake, and this is the frog asking him for help, and these are all the creatures in the jungle. Okay, so now he took the snake to the well, and the snake was very happy. He had a nice feast. And what does the snake want? He just wants to feed on some animal or the other. And he got a feast on the sofa like that. So he started eating all his relatives one by one. So now when the relatives were all finished, he had consumed them. So now the frog said, now I think you can go out of the well. Now the work is done. But the snake, now see, he was not his friend, right? The frog's friend. So the snake said, now my friend has also moved into the well, and he will also feast on the frogs which are left. And the family now which was left was the frog's family, Gangadatta's family. So now the other snake and the main snake which had come down earlier, they both started feeding with his son and other members of the family, his close family. So now Gangadatta repented a lot. He really cried. He said, what have I done? I never thought about all this. Because snake, by nature, they will not leave anything which is in front of them. They will eat. And this is the nature of the snake. So he was very sad. He said, I just wanted to teach my relatives a lesson, but what is this? I got into the trap and my son has been eaten by the snake. So he really repented. He just put his hands on his head. What have I done? Because his wife, you remember, his wife has warned him that you should think, don't act hastily. You should think what you are going to do. Okay? So now he really repented this, and he was just thinking that I should not have trusted my enemies. I should not have trusted my enemies, because an enemy is an enemy. And now, what message do we get out of this, children? Can you tell me? Yeah? Okay. So now, one message is just the way what you throw back into the universe comes back to you. Okay? So this is the ill feeling that he threw for his relatives, which came back to him, and his family got destroyed. And probably he would have felt very lonely without them. And another message, which of course, now that you're not here, but I shall just tell you, what is done cannot be undone, because now he cannot get back his relatives and son back. Even if he repents, but it was too late. Once a person is dead, isn't it? So please think before you act. Even when you're crossing the road, you should see both the sides and then cross the road. Right, children? This is how you are going to apply in little things, when you in your day-to-day life. Okay, thank you. This was the story. Thanks a lot. Namaste. So, thank you, God, for all my body parts, for my eyes, nose, and the hands and the legs, and the water that we drink, for the food that we eat, and for the air that we breathe in. Thank you, God, for our parents, for our gurus who teach us, and all the people who are around us to help us out. Thanks a lot. Thank you.